Hi friends, and welcome back to Rugged Mountain Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Sarah,
And I'm Dean.
and we want to thank you for being patient with us and hope that you've been enjoying your holiday. But Dean and I tried something new this year. He had read an article about something called Twixmas, or also Feral Week, and we've just been using this week from Christmas to New Year's just to kind of chill out,
Do nothing.
do nothing. That's which is extremely rare for him, and enjoy our Christmas decorations and just relax. So, seeing as how we did all that, I also used the time to do a little detox, and it has been very beneficial. I will say that.
I didn't need to detox. I'm good.
But before we get started on 2025, I wanted to say a special thank you to a friend and subscriber, Bree, for sending me this wonderful 1970s Betty Crocker cookbook.
Very thoughtful. Thank
It
you
was
very
extremely
much.
thoughtful.
I look forward to eating out of it.
And the version that I had that I shared in the holiday appetizer tray, mine was spiral bound and just really beat up and kind of starting to fall apart. And Bree, you sent this to me. This is gorgeous, the binder type, just like the Betty Crocker books. And just knowing that it belonged to a member of your family and you were willing to part with it and share it with me, I will be thinking about you every time that I'm cooking out of it. So thank you again. It means a lot to me and very much appreciated.
Very sweet. Very nice.
Yeah, very sweet. So for our 2025, we were so lucky to be able to share it with you, and we thank you very much for spending your time with us. That means a lot to Dean and myself because we know how valuable time is. So thank you for spending your time with us. So we had a pretty eventful 2025 here on the homestead. I think it's been a challenging year for everybody, but we also had some really good things in 2025 too. And my excitement for 2025 started when the wall cabinet in the kitchen that Dean built went on the wall in January. So I was super happy about that and had more cabinet space to put things away. So, and he is an awesome carpenter. So, that was my excitement. But then we turned it all around, and in February I had my back surgery, which was supposed to be pretty uneventful, but I had a little bit of a complication with anesthesia that we were not expecting, and it landed me in the ICU for 2 days. So could have done without that part, but still left me very thankful for a lot of things.
Scary thing you don't think about.
Yeah. And I still started my seeds when I came home. It was probably more toward the end of February. Did my seed starting, got a new pollinator garden built, grew some new things, some potatoes I had never done before. And so those are all really exciting, really positive things for me. Then once we decided we were getting ready to have spring be established, I fall down the stairs and break a rib, scaring Dean once again at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, needless to say, I'm turning on lights and paying attention to the stairs and instead of...
My next year's installing an elevator for you.
Oh, stop.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh. And that was about the time April, May, all of our chicken issues began. That was a saga all through the summer. And we finally have all of that rectified. Very happy about that. And then I made my annual trip to Virginia a little early. Did that in June because my dad had a hip replacement. Dean here held down the homestead, did all the gardening, put up a new garden bed for me. Let's see. Just did some little fix-up things around here. On the outbuilding and on the fence to the garden, just to kind of make things a little easier for me.
Always something.
Yeah, door props, things like that. Then we kind of had a rough summer, a little bit of a worrisome summer. My dad was back in surgery a couple of times, had gallbladder issues. Just that went on for probably 2 months. And then we lost a really dear friend in August to cancer. And she was only 56 and just a most beautiful person. That was difficult, but always with loss comes blessings. So then the following month, we have some chicken excitement, and I got face planted by one trying to escape because she was being bullied. She became a garden chicken slash pet, and then she had another chicken join her about 3 weeks after.
So the garden became a rehab center for wayward chickens.
Yes, we had a little shack set up, and then Dean put together, we got something off Amazon that was much more user-friendly, and Dean put it together and put it up, and he started calling it the recoup because we were rehabbing those chickens. So they seemed to be perfectly happy down there, and one of them started laying an egg, but, and this will be coming up in the future, they did some damage. Damage that I was not expecting. Damage to the pollinator garden, damage to the herb garden, and not really damage to the big beds, but they were chewing on the garlic tops and stuff like that. But so far, everything that was planted still looks pretty good.
But, and how long did it take? They filled out, and they were bigger, better, tougher, fuller, prettier than ever, and
yeah, well,
pretty amazing.
We had 2 down there, and then the little red hen, we put her back, we acclimated her back with the regular coop. And then the other red star that I had, because she was so scrawny looking, we put her down there with our black Australorp Claret Cluck. So we rehabbed her then. So then, we've had 9 in the coop and 2 in the recoup, basically since September. So all fall, and we're in winter now.
But we just put the second one back in. So they're all back in the regular coop.
Yes, that happened today. Yeah, so that was kind of exciting because I know that I mentioned on a live that I was getting lazy because I was dealing with the chickens in the coop and then dealing with the chickens down at the garden. And it was just kind of double the work, but it was just more of a pain. So
my turn for the recoup.
Yeah, so I kind of like having them all together, but now it's going to be a job getting everything cleaned back up. I also started reading more about herbalism this fall, and did make a honey herb elixir for cold and flu season, and knock on wood, Dean and I have been well. We haven't had any colds or flu or anything like that, so we're very grateful. So far, so good. I'm going to be trying an inflammation tea next.
To inflame you or to?
I'm going to be trying.
Uninflame.
It's an anti-inflammatory, and it's a tea. And so I'm going to be making it soon and trying it for my back. Then in November, as we started rounding out the year, exciting news. We did become monetized on YouTube. It has like...
Cha-ching!
Oh, please. It has been exciting in the way that it was a goal, kind of like, they always YouTube sends you out these little things of, oh, you've come this far, you've come, So, doing YouTube is not like a job for me, so to speak. It's a hobby, and I'm making friends, and we enjoy that. We enjoy sharing this life with you. We really do. But then, as getting monetized, I was like, well, that's pretty cool. We still haven't met the payment threshold for them to send us a payment, but
pretty soon we'll get a new truck.
Oh, stop. But the point is that it's there, and it was a goal reached, and it was a goal that you guys brought us to. And that happened on the video that was inspired by Bree, who sent me this cookbook. That happened on the Big Pantry Small Space video. That is the one that kind of threw us over. We were always staying within like under 500 watch time hours, and we never really could get above that hurdle, and that one really threw us over. So Bree, thank you again. Thank you anytime any of you give us inspiration. We love, that. Otherwise, we're just sharing our lives, and we want to hear, the things that you're curious about and what you would like to see.
And by the way, this is real, and we are real. This is not AI.
Oh, God. You're seeing more and more and more of that, and it makes me so sick. I hate it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just making a...
I used a photo one time on a post that I made just because I thought it was a pretty photo, but it was AI generated, and I actually had somebody think that we had moved. And so I was like, never again, because I'm just not going to mislead anybody that way. And I hate it. And it's bad enough adjusting to the world as it is and as fast paced as everything is. To have to sit there and decipher, is this real or not? Are these like people doing real things? And that's exactly what we wanted to escape from when we started our homestead adventure. And so when we do a video...
Oh, it's real.
But we want it to be that for you also. We want our time together to not only be interesting and want feedback from you guys, but for it to be a moment of slow pace, peace, and just, take in all the things that a lot of times when we're working a daily grind and, trying to keep up in the rat race, those things kind of slip by us a lot of times. And, Dean and I here on the homestead, we do get to slow down and take those things in. So we want to open our door and welcome you into our slower paced life.
It's getting slower now too, because those bigger projects that I was working on, from the garden to the chicken coop to the outbuildings to cabinetry, etc., is winding down. There's always something to do, but the have to get it done on a certain time and we're doing without in the meantime is about over. So we've finally kicked back, and that's, like Sarah said, this past week, we are just chilling and doing kind of what we want to do, doing some reading,
I'm sitting here while he's talking, looking through this cookbook because I'm just so excited, excited to have it.
And I don't certainly chill. I have a hard time with it, and it's been nice. So
yes, and that's difficult for me too.
For
when
those,
you can't chill.
Yeah, and for those of you that are working hard and have a long way to go, it'll be worth it.
Don't be discouraged.
No.
I know it's hard. It's hard.
It is hard. It is
Shoo.
very hard.
That last year, I would come home and tell Dean, just get me out of here. We got to change our life. I'm at my wit's end. So we know it's hard. But, if you're interested in this lifestyle and it's something that, you find yourself interested in, just, it's worth the wait.
Keep at it.
Yeah. If you're not interested in this lifestyle, and I do have a very good friend who is so sweet to me, and she's a subscriber as well and watches us regularly, but she's like, that is so much work. And I would, it's just the differences in people. I'd rather work like this every
working
day.
for yourself. Doing what you want to do, making what you want to make.
Yeah.
And living the way you want to live. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I'd rather, and plus not having that pressure of being in the office and at the desk and stuff, if I'm having any back issues or whatever, it's just kind of, we're living our life. That's basically what it is. We're living our life our way. So 2026 is upon us. I cannot believe I'm saying that because I kind of got lost in September. And then I looked up and it was Thanksgiving, and then it was Christmas. So it comes up on us fast. but we do hope to have some great adventures in 2026. We'll just have to
guaranteed.
we'll just have to wait and see what pops up there. But I am looking through my seed catalogs now, and I will be starting back up with our Azure orders. I'm thinking February. I'm trying to make it to February because honestly, I'm running low on garlic, which we can't be without garlic, and some red and green peppers and things like that. I haven't run out of any big staples. Getting low on my tomatoes, so not bad. I think I'm doing pretty good still that way, but I'm hoping to make it to February. We'll see. But regardless, they'll be starting up again. As I kind of stated earlier, I will be fixing up the pollinator garden and the herb garden. And I'm actually hoping to build another herb garden. We just have to see. But I'd like to add to that a little bit. Of course, I will also have my annual trip to Virginia this year. We'll see what the year holds for that. Dean is planning on completing some doors in the loft up here. At each of the eaves, we have storage area, but the doors aren't complete. It's just kind of like the framing is there, and but there's no doors. So he's gonna be working on that, and
the greenhouse.
Looking to finally finish the greenhouse. Mm-hmm. So it'll be busy.
That'll be the last of the big projects.
Mm-hmm. So we'll probably keep an even pace. We'll see what's going on with the chickens, what we decide to do there. I doubt very seriously, because I know I'd talked about getting some more, but I doubt very seriously I'm going to do anything down in the garden with chickens, even before getting them acclimated, just because I don't want them destroying it. We've put way too much work into it. But we're just going to see what else life brings us in 2026. But as always, we're so glad you're with us on this homesteading adventure. We wish you to have a very blessed new year and many adventures.
Have a happy and healthy one.
Yes. So thank you for joining us up here on the homestead tonight. We're always so glad when you do. We look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, take care.
Bye-bye.